Lightfoot.
2,000 metres covered in 2 minutes 4.
Just about set. They're waiting on the last one to go up. And that's River Boy. Got a field of 8 on the first of 2 jumping races for the day. 12 flights on their trip. True Response is ready in 4. Super Crest in 3. Sir Richie further in. Reputed Groom in the inside barrier. Into 7 is... He's back on track, and completing the line is River Boy, and they're ready to go. Off and running in the first for the day on Hiskens Day, and Super Crest and Reputed Groom left the barrier quickly. From Sir Richie further out here is Mr. Lightfoot, and also showing speed. He's back on track, and wider out as River Boy as they charge down towards the second, and he's back on track, and River Boy are moving forward up outside Reputed Groom on the first turn as they swing to the back, and he's back on track, led now from River Boy outside him. A length and a half Reputed Groom, and 2 to Mr. Lightfoot, 3/4 further back Sir Richie, then Super Crest. Loose Truth caught out a little deep, and the favourite True Response went back to the tail. Along the back, and he's back on track. Scott in front, coming to this flight along the back of the track in the first round. Just skimmed across the top, but landed 3 lengths in front now from in second placing River Boy. A length further back, Reputed Groom on the fence. A length and a half, Mr. Lightfoot. Just caught a little deep as Loose Truth. The inside, Sir Richie, 3/4 Super Crest, and a length and a half to True Response. He wants to get up on the bridle a little out in front. He's back on track, and he's got a good lead. There's a double coming up on the side by the school the first time. He's back on track over that. About 3.5 in front of River Boy, 2 to Reputed Groom. 3/4 Mr. Lightfoot, 1.5 Sir Richie inside Loose Truth. Then Super Crest and True Response. Leader jumped it well, second to the double at the school on the first round. He's back on track, about 4.5 in front from River Boy, 3/4 the inside, saving ground. Moving forward now, Reputed Groom, 2.5 to Mr. Lightfoot. It's a good speed set up by this leader, about 3 lengths further back than Sir Richie from Loose Truth. True Response taken to the outside of Super Crest. Coming around the turn, the flight here in front of the stands, and the leader, as he's back on track, just steadied out a little in front. Comes to it 2 lengths in front, and here he goes to it. Jumped it well. They knocked the panel. Second is Reputed Groom. Outside at River Boy, third. 2.5 Mr. Lightfoot, 1 Sir Richie. Loose Truth is up a little wide. Back just behind them, Super Crest. And a patient ride on the favourite. Back last of all is True Response. 1,700 to go, and making the play as he's back on track. That back from nearly going a circuit now. Goes down to the 1,600, about 3 lengths in front from Reputed Groom. A length and a half River Boy. A length and a half Mr. Lightfoot. No change from Sir Richie, Super Crest, Loose Truth, and last of all True Response. Back from where they started, a double coming up at the 1,400, and he drifts out to the middle, but he handled it well. The leader, rider of Reputed Groom, was out of the saddle. Yes, he's been dumped. Reputed Groom hit that one and dumped the rider. He tried desperately to hang on, and after jumping the second one of the side of the 1,300, he's back on track, moved about 2 lengths in front in the middle from going forward quickly. River Boy up to have a crack at him. Over on the inside is Mr. Lightfoot. Loose Truth is wide, the riderless horse in the centre, Super Crest in the middle. A length and a half True Response, about 4 lengths off them now, and Sir Richie back at the tail. Over the one at the 950, and River Boy got up on the inside of he's back on track, who's well off the fence, but again on the flat, he's back on track's about a neck in front of River Boy. 2 to Super Crest, running on well to third. A length and a half True Response, pulled out the top weight, and here he comes. Then further back, Mr. Lightfoot from Loose Truth and Sir Richie. Coming down the side now, and they've got 3 flights to get over. Here's the one at the 750. He's back on track, hit it a little hard, landed a length and a half Super Crest. True Response, 1.5 away, given a crack with a whip as Super Crest to the second last. Goes up to he's back on track. They fly together. 4 lengths to True Response, who didn't handle it well. A long gap in the race, Mr. Lightfoot, but Super Crest took the lead. From he's back on track with 1 flight to go through the gap, and they're about 8 in front now from True Response under his weight. Then Loose Truth, but Super Crest revelling in the ground. Moved 2.5 to he's back on track. A long gap True Response, and then Loose Truth and the riderless horse. 1 flight out, but Super Crest going well. 1 to go. The panel's flattened on the inside. Should be easy work. He skims through it. He's holding he's back on track, and True Response. Then Loose Truth, but Super Crest kept going, is far too good. And down at the bottom here, it's Super Crest number 9 by 3 lengths to he's back on track. 12 away third, True Response. A gap then to Loose Truth, followed by Mr. Lightfoot, then Sir Richie and River Boy, with the rider being tipped out, going down at about the 1,400 metre mark from Reputed Groom. Now stick 'em up to come up. So Chuckle drawn out a little wide on the outside of Alinka. Grand Ballerina in. Now Lightning Tears coming up towards the outside gate. Sea Rover 2. Lightning Tears up on the outside of Sir Chuckle out there. Second from the outside. Got a good line. Set to go, race 2. Light just off. Set to run. Light blinks again. Racing, Sir Chuckle bounced away quickly. The other runners have left in a fair line. Sea Rover didn't have much speed after the start. And Bill Rouget went back to the tail. Sir Chuckle away quickly with Abyssinian. And also going forward now to Hokey Boy up in the middle. Just behind them, Sudden Snow. One little Let's Win. Sea Rover pushing up on the inside. Then came Lightning Tears a little wide, a length and a half, stick 'em up. Well back Grand Ballerina on the outside of it, Helinka. And Bill Rouget last of all. To Hokey Boy from Abyssinian second. Sir Chuckle third. Sudden Snow around the outside of it, Lightning Tears. Sea Rover bailed up on the fence, a length into Let's Went. Further back, Helinka followed by Bill Rouget. Lightning Tears and last of all, Stick 'em Up to Hokey Boy and Abyssinian, who joins it on the inside. 3/4 further back, Sir Chuckle. On the outside of those Lightning Tears, Let's Went just behind them, trying to get out. Then Sea Rover in the straight, Abyssinian in front from to Hokey Boy, and now Let's Went coming down the middle, running on pretty well from Sudden Snow. Abyssinian got 2 in front of Let's Went out in the middle, who's running on well from Sudden Snow. It's Abyssinian holding them, and Abyssinian's too good, a length and a quarter. Let's Went third, 3/4 third, Sudden Snow. Then to Hokey Boy, running on late on the inside, Bill Rouget. Then Sea Rover, Sir Chuckle dropped out. Further back, Lightning Tears. Well back in the race was Grand Ballerina, followed by Helinka, and near the tail is Stick 'em Up. Set to go, Captain Clipper off the inside gate. Good line, the racing. Out in a good line too. One of the first out was Slalom. Bounced quickly with On the Straight, and further out the Shiner, showing some speed after the start, and Chevette's right there with them when they settle into stride. It's Slalom the inside and the Shiner just getting its head in front. A length and a half Chevette, one further back Marstick around On the Straight. Captain Clipper the rail. A length to Montage outside Lamukta and 2 to Specula. Slalom keeps pushing up on the inside of the Shiner and again got the lead. And Slalom's in front, 3/4 the Shiner, a length and a half Chevette. One further back Marstick is tracking deep. Captain Clipper on the inside of On the Straight, 2 lengths Lamutka de Montage, and last of all Specula. 600 to go, and on top is Slalom, a neck in front of the Shiner. 1 then Chevette third. Marstick a neck away to the outside fourth. 1 Captain Clipper then On the Straight. Specula Lamutka, and last of all is de Montage. Over on the inside, Slalom on the fence. The Shiner struggling. Marstick taking off around the outside after Slalom. Slalom straightens up in front, a length to Marstick out deep. A gap to Captain Clipper when they come into the straight. It's Slalom the inside, tackled by Marstick out wide. Marstick going up to Slalom. They've got up between them. Marstick's got his head in front. Slalom's coming back. Marstick and Slalom. Marstick just in front near the line. Marstick hanging on. Marstick a half neck to Slalom. 5 away third on the straight from Captain Clipper. Then Chevette, Specula, Lamuk to the Shiner, and a Montage is last of all. Marstick, number 3, D. Oliver. Never Decree on the inside of Summer Rule. He's in 2 for the apprentices. As Hula Wonder goes up. And the fillies and mares are set to go. The light blinking. Racing. A little bit slow away as Maiden Monaco. Pukahina just drifting back, and one of the first out, Lizophony over Summer Rule. Never Decree, and further out on the track travelling forward, Robbins Furniture, and further out is Hula Wonder. Now Robbins Furniture is going to cross over Lizophony. Not quite there. Now it's over. Moving up Hula Wonder third, a length and a half Summer Rule. Outside at Blab and Never Decree the rail. On the first turn from Oregon Seal, inside at Hurricane Rose. Pukahina 3 deep and 2 to Maiden Monaco last of all. Lizophony railed up on the inside now of Robbins Furniture, and Lizophony got the lead at the 1,000. Slowed them up to lead 3/4 Robbins Furniture, a length and a half Never Decree. Hula Wonder's now gone up 4th. 3/4 further back to a length back 5th Summer Rule. Outside at Blab. A length and a half Oregon Seal on the outside of Hurricane Rose. Pukahina goes up 3 deep and 2 last of all Maiden Monaco. Around that turn at the 850, and the leader Lizophony just increased its lead a little off the fence, about 2 lengths to Robbins Furniture. Never Decree on the inside. 3/4 Hula Wonder running 4th. 2 to Blab, who went around Summer Rule. They're followed a length off by Pukahina. Oregon Seal the middle on the inside, Hurricane Rose, and a length and a half to Maiden Monaco. 550 out. Lizophony 3/4 to a length in front. Now over a length in front of, in second, Robbins Furniture from Hula Wonder. This leader got away again, a length and a half Never Decree. Then Blab, Oregon Seal, Hurricane Rose to the inside. Pukahina around Summer Rule. Lizophony to the turn, a length and a half in front of Hula Wonder second. They're followed by Robbins Furniture and Blab further out. Then Summer Rule, and back to the inside, Hurricane Rose in the straight. Lizophony in the middle. Oregon Seal the inside. Blab wider out with Hewlawanda. Blab on the outsides, hit the front, the filly from Hewlawanda. Oregon Seal and then Lizophony. Blab getting clear and Blab. Blab comes home to win from either Hewlawanda or on the inside Oregon Seal from Summer Rule. Pukahina's just behind those. The inside there would have been Robbins Furniture, followed by Lizophony, who stopped in the straight. Further back in the race then came Maida Monaco with Hurricane Rose pulling up quickly. Blab number 7. Now about to come up as backstop. Backstop to come forward. Dean Saxon has 2 in the race. Kazik, the rider on a red cap, Basta. Backstop, Peter Mertens goes up. Set to run. The line is good, they're off and running. Come away in a fair line, although Jasper's goal went back after the start. Walk on Ice bounced quickly. Sovereign caught away fast, and with those in the early pointers, Irish Reaction just behind them, Ekalaka. Irish Reaction up outside, Walk on Ice, who wants to tow forward at the winning post, but Irish Reaction is going to lead it out of the straight, Walk on Ice. A length further back, Sovereign Court from Ekalaka 4th. Grey Rising near the inside, and out a little wider is Sir Hunky Dory. Jasper's Gold up in the middle, outside at Keystone. 2 further back, Key to My Dreams, and the stablemates, Kazik backstop back at the rear. Down to the 1550 metre mark, and Irish Reaction on top. A length and a half to 2 in front of Walk on Ice second today. They're followed by Sir Hunky Dory out 3 deep but travelling forward, followed by Sovereign Court. On the inside, Grey Rising, Ekalaka back in the centre. Just on the inside of it, Jasper's Gold. Ekalaka out 3 deep. 2 to Keystone, a couple of lengths. Key to My Dreams, 2 lengths further back is Kazik, and a length last of all is Backstop. Into the back straight they go, and on the outside, Sir Hunky Dory has gone up now to Irish Reaction to lead a neck. 2 lengths to Walk on Ice, is running third. Outside at Sovereign Court 4th. 3/4 Grey Rising over on the inside 5th. 1 further back 6th Ekalaka. On the inside of it Jasper's Gold. A length further back Keystone. 2.5 Key to My Dreams. 2 to Kazik, and 1 to Backstop last of all. Off the back straight they race at the 850. Little between the leaders here. Irish Reaction, and outside at Sir Hunky Dory. A length further back Walk on Ice out to the centre of the track. 3rd outside at Sovereign Court. Over on the inside then Grey Rising, followed further back by Ekalaka, who manoeuvres out now as Walk on Ice makes his move. Walk on Ice is striding to the leaders of the 600 metre mark with his big weight. He went up to head off Sir Hunky Dory. Sovereign Cork, and now on the outside Ekalaka coming into it. Further back in the race, Grey Rising, Keystone, Key to My Dreams. Before that turn though, and Walk on Ice with his big weight has gone for home. A length and a half Ekalaka after him from Sovereign Court. Then Keystone, and further back in the race, Grey Rising near the inside. On the turn, Walk on Ice 3/4 in front. Ekalaka looming on the outside from Sovereign Court and Keystone. Walk on Ice just in front. Ekalaka's got him. Ekalaka took the lead from Walk on Ice. Then behind those, Keystone from Sovereign Court and Key to My Dreams. Ekalaka in front, Sovereign Court coming back. Ekalaka ahead in front of Sovereign Court. Ekalaka just in front. Sovereign Court's grabbed him and might have beaten him right on the line. Sovereign Court over Ekalaka. A length away, 3rd Keystone from Key to My Dreams 4th. A gap, Grey Rising, Walk on Ice. Then further back, Irish Reaction, Kazik and Backstop. Behind those, Jasper's Gold and Sir Hunky Dory near the tail. Well, the judge has gone for the photo. Mr. Classical into 6. Big bonus goes in. 2 to come up. 2 to go into line for the running of the Hiskens this year. And they are Jarl and Corker's Boy, 2 of the favoured runners. St Stephen Gate number 1. Jarl goes into 7. And Corker's Boy to complete the line of 13 to come up to gate 13. Short dash down to the first of 17 fences on their trip. Down to 0 ready. It's gone up and they're off and running in the Hiskens Steeple Chase. Broken a perfect line too. Mr. Classical out towards the middle, and Big Bonus is starting to show some speed. They balanced the first fence. Here they come to it. They've all flown over it okay, and Big Bonus took it up early. Corker's Boys up outside Mr. Classical and build him on the fence. Down to 0 wide from Leading Bounty outside Jarl. Yo-Yo Ma, Stockton from Camargo a little deep, 2 to St Stephen. A gap to Big Zap, and last of all Bagheera. They've gone over their first fence, or a 3 down the Dean Street side in the first round, and Big Bonus down on the inside, 2.5 to Mr. Classical early. Down to 0, moving forward up to 3rd from Built Him, just behind those with Jarl. Corker's Boy a little wider from Stockton, Yo-Yo Joe. First to 3 fences down the side, further back in the race then Leading Bounty. Camargo outside him from St Stephen as they measure the second. About 3 further back, Big Zap, and last of all Bagheera. Here's the last of 3 on the Dean Street side, and Big Bonus handled it well, a length in front. A length and a half now in in front of Down to Zero and Mr. Classical. 2.5 further back is Jarl, fourth. Corker's Boy, fifth on the outside of Build Him. Then Camargo just pulling his way forward on the outside of Yo-Yo Joe. Stockton on the inside of leading Bounty to St. Stephen. 10 lengths further back in the early point as they go up to this double on the first round down the back. Big Zap back second last, tailed off, and behind him is Bagheera. Over the first of two along the back, Big Bonus over the second, a length in front of Down to Zero. 2.5 Mr. Classical, 1.5 Jarl. Corker's Boy fifth out, 3 deep, a length further back, Build Him. Then Camargo, Yo-Yo Joe the middle, a length Stockton, 2 then to leading Bounty, 1 then to St. Stephen, 8 or 10 to Big Zap, and a similar margin Bagheera. A double coming up on the school side on the first round, and here Down to Zero going up outside, Big Bonus little between them, 2 lengths further back now. Big Bonus got a length again in front of Down to Zero, and running third Mr. Classical. Jarl is handy fourth in the middle as they come to this next fence. 3/4 Corker's Boy, a length Build Him, followed back in the middle by Yo-Yo Joe. Camargo outside it, a length and a half Stockton leading Bounty. St. Stephen's improved a little on the outside on the back of Camargo. 10 lengths to Big Zap, and a long tailed off is Bagheera. Coming around the top turn, and they've gone a circuit. The jumping's been good, and this is fence number 9 coming up. And here's Big Bonus coming down to the one in the straight now with a lap to go. Big Bonus shifted out but jumped it well. He's at about 4 or 5 lengths in front from Mr. Classical. Down to Zero back to third. 3 or 4 Jarl, Build Him inside him, a length Corker's Boy. Yo-Yo Joe the middle, Stockton the fence from Camargo, a length off. A length into St. Stephen outside leading Bounty. 6 or 7 then to Big Zap, and a long gap tailed up at the moment. Looks a hopeless cause, Bagheera. 1,600 metres to go. And as they go down the side with 8 fences to go in the Hiskens, and Big Bonus out in front, giving a bowl sight today by about 4 or 5 lengths, Mr. Classical and Down to Zero together. 3 to Build Him and Jarl out in the middle as they go to the first of 3 in the last round. 2 lengths further back then in the race came on the inside, Build Him. Jarl's outside him, Corker's Boy going forward. A length further back then in the race came Camargo, St. Stephen pulled from behind him. They're followed by Stockton leading Bounty. Yo-Yo Joe, Big Zap, and Forget Bagheera's been pulled up out of the contest. Into the back in the Hiskens now, and they're grabbing this leader quickly, and it's Mr. Classical going to Big Bonus and going to the lead. Down to Zero on the outsides right there. Corker's Boy fourth, fifth just behind them Jarl as they measure this double, and Camargo's coming into it over that fence. Then Stockton from St. Stephen about 6 lengths off them, then Built Him and leading Bounty completing that double along the back, and they've got 3 fences to go, and Corker's Boy raced to the front. Led a length to Down to Zero, and Jarl up on the inside from Mr. Classical. Camargo pulled to the outside, 2 lengths off him St. Stephen, a length then to Big Bonus followed by Built Him. 3 fences to go now down the side, 600 to go. Corker's Boy in front, Camargo coming at him, 2 to Mr. Classical who reached for it, then St. Stephen and then Jarl further back Down to Zero and Built Him. Second last fence in the Hiskens, and the leader Corker's Boy. 3/4 Camargo, 2 lengths St. Stephen into third from Mr. Classical, and Jarl's under the whip. It's through the gap with 1 fence to go. Corker's Boy tackled by Camargo, 2 to St. Stephen, he's still running on well. 3 lengths Mr. Classical, 1 fence to go in the Hisken. Great race coming up. Camargo, St. Stephen go up to Corker's Boy, and Built Him is 2 lengths off. 3 in line of the 200, 1 fence to go, and St. Stephen hit the front. St. Stephen in front, 1 to go now at the Hiskens. Here he comes to it, hit the top of it, landed well in front, Built Him down on his nose. St. Stephen's got it 1. He's drawing away from Built Him and Camargo, and a great Hiskens steeple to St. Stephen by 4.5 to 5 to Built Him. Third Camargo, fourth Mr. Classical, then Corker's Boy, a gap Down to Zero. Leading Bounty didn't come into it from Jarl. A gap Yo-Yo Joe, Big Bonus and Stockton. And one that hasn't completed the course, he's been pulled up at the top turn, Big Zap. And Bagheera was pulled up out of the race a lap from home. St. Stephen has won the Hiskens. Never Built Him and Camargo. Now Ushku is ready, and here's John Ledecky coming up, and they'll be set. Just about ready to run in race number 7 today. John Ledecky's gone up, the outsider here. Racing on the inside, Blazing Sun bounced quickly with Typhoon Barney, and away quickly is Captivator. Juga Trees further out, runs an Ego tucking across to the inside, 5th early. Further out is Ushku around Magneto. Further out John Ledecky, followed further back by Prospero. And over on the inside of it is Conchula. Blazing Sun had the lead now from Captivator up on the outside of it on the first turn. A length into Ushku, who's gone up but out wide third around Typhoon Barney. On the inside runs an Ego. A length into John Ledecky around Juga Trees. The inside is Conchula. Consular. 3/4 outside it then came Prospero, a length last of all. Off the fences Magneto. Down the back at the 1,000-metre mark and Blazing Sun. Nearly a length in front from Captivator. It's about 3/4 Captivator. 2 for the back Ushku. 3 deep on the inside as Runs on Ego. Typhoon Barney the middle one. John Ledecky. A length for the back the favourite Jugatrice, and its inside is Consular. A length and a half Prospero and 2 to Magneto. At the 700-metre mark down on the inside Blazing Sun. On top by 3/4 Captivator out in the middle. A neck then to Ushku third. The outside of John Ledecky's gone up fourth. Over on the inside is Runs on Ego from Typhoon Barney. Then Consular. Jugatrice about 5 lengths off them. Out in the middle being tailed by Prospero and 4 to Magneto. Off the back they sprint quickly. Blazing Sun nearly a length in front now from Captivator. A length and a half Captivator hard ridden. Then Ushku and Runs on Ego picking up some ground. Then getting clear as Consular when they turn. Jugatrice struggles. Blazing Sun in front turning. Runs on Ego's probably going to be the danger out in the middle. Then Ushku, but Blazing Sun's got a kick 3/4 in front. Runs on Ego out in the middle, drifting out, starting to run it down quickly. Runs on Ego going up to Blazing Sun. Runs on Ego, Blazing Sun, Blazing Sun, Runs on Ego. Blazing Sun's kicked. Nothing in this. Blazing Sun Runs on Ego. 3 away third. Captivator came back to get third. Followed by Prospero, Magneto, Ushku. Then Consular from Jugatrice never came into it from Typhoon Barney. And near the tail is John Ledecky. On end zone to come along. Lights are blinking on top of the gates. 560 certain something. 1 start on the provincials for 1 win. Just about set. Super Elegant on 5:30 now. Last race for the Metropolitan season. Off and running in the final event. Came away in a perfect line. One of the first out. Peninsula Lord, Super Elegant, Freedom Funds, and End Zone bounce quickly from Senor Pagolino. A break of about a length and a half. Further back, Parlors, followed by Hanover. Certain Something beaten for speeders beyond midfield from Panorama Heights. They're followed by Nevada River, a gap Little Dozer, who's well back with Polish Party, Don Vermore. Rain Gauge last of all. They're really flying in front. Freedom Funds a length and a half to Senor Pagolino, who's gone up second. End Zone back in the middle, third a length in Peninsula Lord. It's running fourth. Fifth the outside is Super Elegant, followed wide on the track by Parlors. 3 or 4 further back. Hanover on the inside. Certain Something the middle. They're followed off the track by Nevada River from Panorama Heights, Little Dozer, Polish Party, Don Vermore, and 3 last of all Rain Gauge. 450 out. Freedom Funds has set up a brisk speed in front. A length and a half End Zone, followed by Peninsula Lord. Super Elegant to the outside, running on well. Certain Something starting to pick up ground. 3 lengths off them, given a crack with a whip, and Hanover to the inside. From Little Dozer they straighten up, and Super Elegant out wide, and End Zone hit the front. Out deep on the track, and Super Elegant hit the front now from End Zone. Certain Something down the middle. Little Dozer's got the run through. Little Dozer's now hit the front on the inside. Rain Gauge from last out wide. Little Dozer in front of Rain Gauge and Don Vermore. Little Dozer wins the last. Rain Gauge second. Don Vermore grabbed third. Super Elegant, Certain Something behind those. Then Polish Party. A gap in the race. End Zone from Hanover. Peninsula Lord, Panorama Heights further back. Nevada River. Well back Senor Pagolino. Freedom Funds went hard in front, is last of the bulk of the field. Bar one, tailed off is Parlors. Little Days has got the shortcut through on the inside to hit the lead and win.
Our 5th season of